Morning. This morning we are meeting a contractor over at the house build first thing this morning. Just to meet with the electrician over there. Then I've got some guys coming down to do some soil testing in a pretty unique way. We're gonna go check that out. And then by that point all the fog should be burned off, hopefully, and we can start running some wheat. So today we will both be running wheat. I'm 50 acres behind them on double crops. I could probably catch them before they even got started. So we're gonna try to get as much wheat harvested today as we can. And maybe we'll plant some more this evening, or maybe we'll plant some more before we get started this morning. Looks like we're having a party. King of Turd Mountain. So my cousin Ben is giving round 2 on the stamp porch. So cousin Ben is stamping that concrete. I was really wanting to be here to see all that, but unfortunately we will not be here because we have wheat to harvest. But he did say that it really won't look like much today. Once he stamps it, he has to come back tomorrow
where I am standing
and power wash it. And that's when it'll look good. So also had our first meeting with our electrician. Got some stuff hashed out there. Pretty excited. All of our outlets are going to be equally spaced. It's the little things in life. Then up here at the other construction site, we got some progress being made. I don't know what they're working on today, but eventually they're going to have that front sheeted. I don't know if that's going to happen this week or not though.
There's a soil tester. I think we'll take a soil test of this 150 acre field here for us, I guess.
I think it's lunchtime. Ah, feels good in here. Let's see what today's lunch entails. So if you've been following us for very long, you know that this summer we have a house being built, a shop being built, and 2 dryers moving locations. On top of that, we're also spraying crop, harvesting wheat, planting double crops, fertilizing crops, hauling grain, cleaning out bins. Basically what I'm saying is we're super busy this summer, more so than normal, and these things have been a frickin' lifesaver. Because the last thing I want to do when I'm this busy is try to figure out what's for lunch, what's for dinner. Oftentimes I get home late, everybody's asleep. It's very quick and easy and convenient. Throw these in the microwave for 2 minutes and have a warm, delicious, healthy meal. You just have to be patient enough to wait 2 minutes. But while that's in the microwave, we can have a smoothie. Cheers. Ooh, it's hot. So factor meals are delicious, and you can cater them to what you're trying to accomplish. For example, when you sign up with Factor, you join their app and you have the option to choose keto friendly, vegan friendly, low calorie, high protein. There's lots of different options. There's lots of different food options and different ones every week. Still 10 out of 10 recommend Factor. Been a customer of theirs now since February, I believe. I'm gonna sit here and enjoy my creamy pesto pork chop and get back to work. If you would like to check out Factor, there will be a link in the description. It is code BFV50. That'll get you 50% off your first order. That's a steal of a deal. Again, that is BFV50 for 50% off your first order. Check them out. Let me know what you think. Alright guys, just getting here to the Fieldwork Integrated Ag Services. So these guys are basically doing soil testing, and they're doing it in an extremely efficient manner. Basically they're using that little tractor, and they're going to drive through this 150 acre field, take soil samples. I believe it's on 3rd acre grids, so that should give us a lot of data. I don't know, pretty interesting. I had a chance to try it out, so we're going to try it. There's a few problems with this field, and we'll see if we can get to the bottom of it.
7-inch furrow slice of the soil.
Okay.
And that air compressor on the front uses pneumatic pressure. So the soil core goes down that tube, and then inside here there's a wheel. So once it takes that 7-inch furrow slice and the knife drops down, it goes into one of these geo-reference cups. So every cup is tied back to GPS coordinates, and we have our own in-house soil lab, so everything's in-house, the quality control's there. And then once it goes through here, it sits back out, and then, like I said, we load it up and it goes to our soil lab.
So can you go until all these cups are going and you have to stop for a second to change?
So we don't have to stop much. How many acres can we do? Well, we have to.
You can do roughly about like 140 samples before you got to swap out.
140. So it just depends on how big a sample grid you're taking.
It all depends on the grid size.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're 2-acre grid, you can obviously do a lot more. 1 acre.
I can't remember, is this a half acre?
No, we're doing
Third acre grids. So that's one thing really cool about this setup, where they're able to do it so efficiently. They can do a much smaller grid pattern. So we're doing a 3rd acre grid out here, and should really give us a good amount of information on what we got out here in this dirt.
We have 3 of these machines. The point of this machine is to reduce human error, increase efficiency, take a lot of samples fast. So we're getting that real tight resolution, that data, so we can drive really accurate prescriptions, put product where it needs to be. That's the purpose of this machine, so that's kind of the meat it meets. And we're really successful with it. We're in several states doing this on a lot of acres. So.
Yeah. How many samples an hour can you do?
Well, that once again depends on that grid size.
Yeah.
So this one, it'll probably do 280. I'd say 280 if it was like half acre to 1 acre. It'd be 280.
So you guys will be here for 2-3 hours then, probably?
Yeah.
Okay.
On 3rd acre grids, because it'll be taking a sample about every 150 feet.
Okay. Okay. Pretty sweet stuff. So if I'm not mistaken, this is like a proprietary thing you guys built, right?
Yeah, this is built at Integrated Ag. David Shire, the owner, this is patented him. We have 3 of these machines. So it started out as an idea, like I said, he wanted to be more efficient, take soil samples accurately. With this grown and grown, and now we have 3 of these, and we're running all over the Midwest.
Yeah. What for anybody watching wants to get a hold of you guys, what's the territory you guys cover with this?
So we cover right now all of Ohio, New York, Pennsylvania, Indiana, Kentucky. So we'll be traveling and service those areas.
Best way to get a hold of you guys, just search Integrated Ag Service?
We're on all the social medias. We have a website, and we also, our phone number and email is also listed on our website. There's a team of crop consultants that work there that we're all kind of split up based on the region.
So that's another thing, not only you guys take the samples, but you guys also offer the agronomic advice based on those samples, right?
Right. So another thing about us, we're a consulting firm, so we don't sell products, we don't sell inputs. All of our agronomists are agronomists. We're all passionate about agronomy. We like data. We value good data, and everything, like I said, is in-house. So there's not a third-party lab. Everything's in-house. The quality control's there from the field to the lab to the recommendations. So that's kind of what's unique about us.
All right, leave these guys to it, and we're gonna go hop in a combine. There's the next wheat field. And BJ staging some stuff up here. We're leave my truck up here, and we're gonna get some combines. So we have about 200 acres of wheat left, and it's supposed to rain tomorrow at 3 to 5 o'clock, somewhere in there. 200 acres of wheat could be done in 2 days. The problem is we have to move 4 times for those fields, and we're gonna be kind of at the mercy of the elevator. The bin we've been filling full of wheat, and yeah, hopefully we can get this done before it rains. Good news is it's only 11 o'clock. The dew's burn off. Gonna get a good early start. Hopefully we can make it happen. At least want to get moved 3 times today. We got a 70-acre field that we're gonna try to finish up in. Alrighty. Hot. It's getting spicy out there. It's only 80 so far, but it's I bet it's 80% humidity at least. You know what a big move means? It means it's maybe. Did we unhook our power ladder? I spoke too soon. My power ladder don't work. One of the connectors is broke. And we're off.
Here we are, opening up in our field. Biggest stretch of harvest is done. 200 plus acres all at one place. And now we get to bounce around the 30, 40 acre fields. But one field here, one field there. A lot of moving in the next day or two. Hopefully we are able to be productive enough we can move 2 more times today. That would almost wrap it up.
Here we can see that Brad is 23 minutes away from the field, moving at 6 miles an hour. He's just leaving the dump. This system is called Pipe Ag, something we started using a few years ago. Real handy, especially when we are going to an elevator. You should keep track of your trucks and know how to plan accordingly. A little bit about this crop that we're growing. This is winter wheat. This was planted last October. Grows to a certain spot, stays dormant during the winter, then takes off as soon as the weather breaks. But we harvest this typically into June. This is July the 5th, so I'm sure you guys will be watching this later. This is July 5th. Usually we're done by now, but sometimes Mother Nature don't cooperate and it rains a lot. Yeah, this is a pretty good week for this. This is a really gravelly field. Real happy with what kind of yield we're getting out of this. But we will be in here planting double crop soybeans, hopefully tomorrow for the next day.
Well, looks like Brian is on break. I don't know if his E-log told him he had to pull over and take a nap or what the situation is there, but less than ideal for sure. Well, looks like break time must be over. Back to work, Brian.
Well, we got one field down. Currently just me and Dad. Since we're about to move, we're backed up against the trucks already. BJ went and took a truck in. That's going to be great because by the time he gets back, we'll be moved. Trucks will be caught up, and we can go full bore. Probably 1:30. Hopefully we can. Really like to get done at this next farm, move to the next one, and at least load the trucks. That would be awesome. All right, we just harvested off a spot for Dad to hook up, place to park everything. Now we gotta go move the rest of the stuff. Last trip, much slower with 2 people. Hot now, over 90. Over 90 degrees and very humid. Could use some rain on this gravel ground, but good corn growing weather if we get some rain. So Dad and I are filling up this grain cart. We'll probably fill up the combines, and then we're going to be waiting a while. Brad and BJ are going to be stuck up there for quite a while. So what's going to happen? Once we get filled up, I'm going to go finish planting that field I was in last night, or put a dent in it anyways. And by the time I do that, they'll probably be back. There'll be a load, almost 2 whole loads waiting on them though, so they'll probably just go straight back up there, and Dad'll just finish that cart off by himself again. Okay, and we're gonna vamonos. So I'm gonna take my pickup down, get the planter. Dad's gonna ride with me, bring his truck back up here, because I'd say he's gonna be waiting too. Unfortunately, this is what I was afraid of today. We were making pretty good progress. If we could have got rid of the grain, we definitely could have finished tomorrow before this rain. I don't know. Tomorrow they're closed, so we're going to start filling up another grain bin, probably when those guys get back. We wanted to take as much of it as we can to town, but we gotta do what we gotta do. Really want to get this done for the next rain. Right now we have about 155 acres left. Each combine can do realistically 10 acres an hour, so very doable. If we can finish this field tonight and maybe get a load or 2 off tomorrow, I feel real good about it. When they come back with 2 empties, there'll be at least probably gonna be 2 more trucks that have to go back up there. We may be moving to the next field with just the grain cart. The rest of our seed, or beans anyways, are in this old tender truck because well, we didn't have a place to put them. Alright, let's see if we can get this lined up. I assume this truck will work. I had a massive brain fart and backed up with the planter in the ground. Now I thought I had raised the planter out of the ground, and I don't know if the remote timed out or if I bumped it again or what, but when I went to back up, it was definitely in the ground. And well, we destroyed some things and we plugged up almost every unit on here. We've got some carnage. These firming wheels, they're not supposed to do that. They're supposed to look like this, not like that. Now once we get this unplugged, we can pin these things up and unbolt them, which is what we're going to do because we're going to keep planting. Just didn't really want to have to mess with anything. Oh look, that one even popped off completely. That's good. Frickin' wonderful. Ooh, there's some good carnage there. Yep. A little spicy out there. A little toasty. A little toasty. Well, Dad just called and we're going back over there now. So, got some trucks, so we're gonna go get some wheat out of the field. And maybe we'll come back over here in a little bit. Got the broken parts off, but I've yet to clear out the plugged units, so that'll be fun later. Okay, so we're going back to planting. Yeah, back over to this thing. We gotta raise up the drill, turn on the fan so we can see if we got air blowing through all these units, and then I think we're ready to try it. I feel like a real dum-dum that I backed up with that thing on the ground, but man, don't know. Real dumb moment on my part. I swear I picked that thing up. Those units that got damaged are definitely not doing as good of a job. I'm afraid those rubber bushings that are like the parallel arms, I think they got messed up as well. Those units aren't really going into the ground very well. So that's not ideal, but with double crops we got to keep going. It's not like I'm going to get those before it rains. So we're going to keep on keeping on and address that sometime before spring planting or wheat planting. Alright, and we're done. After a day like this, I'm going to sleep like a baby. Maybe we'll have better luck tomorrow. So there is a chance of rain tomorrow. We have roughly 110 acres of wheat. I don't know where we're going to put it due to Cargill, or not Cargill, the local Valley grain elevator not being open tomorrow. We're going to try to figure out something. If it ain't raining, we're going to be putting some wheat somewhere. But thanks for watching, everybody. If you would do me a favor, thumbs up the video if you haven't, subscribe to the channel if you enjoy the content, drop us a comment. We'll see you in the next one. Hopefully we'll see some of you guys at Farm Progress Show this year.